the taste of the food ain't really what, like, ain't really what the price got to do with. Like, just like
You're getting the ambiance, presentation, the
service, even
the quality, the service, the quality of
because
the service was good at the place that I went. The service was good.
Yeah, you just didn't
Everything
enjoy the
else
meal.
was.
You just didn't enjoy the meal.
There was also something else I didn't enjoy, but I'm being a Satan. Yeah.
Hold on, Kevin, talk.
Yes.
We're back.
Yes.
The things that she didn't say on air, she said it to me off air, and I won't repeat it either.
Okay. Somebody fingers better get going in the chat.
Boy, as in what an experience, boy.
What an experience. Yeah.
Kevin, I can send it in the chat.
I've been there before, and the food was good though. When I went,
Okay.
they had like a buffet thing. Yeah.
Right,
I think it kind of depends on what you get. You know the other thing too.
As him turn off your smoke detector, please.
You know, Jade, use the one every morning just come and start your videos them on full blast.
And I just turn it off. That's the thing.
That
That's
is
the
way
difference between me and you. I turn it off.
That is way more disturbing. But anyway, like one of the other things too is like you go to a place and you're having a great culinary experience over and over again, and then
Excuse me?
yes, that's what happened. Yes.
What? I missed something. Will you just shout, excuse me?
Cause he read the message. What else could garner such reaction?
I forget to say it.
So you're going to this place and you're having this amazing culinary experience over and over and over again, and it becomes one of your favorite places, and then the chef changes.
Yeah.
When
When last you been to the place that I talked about?
January.
Okay, well, we're in September. So.
Yeah. No, I am not discrediting your experience at all. Yeah,
Boy. Just.
I think one of the things too is that places that have like certain reputations for consistently good food, like restaurants. I'm not talking about like the places where you go and you get the food in the foil paper and so. Because what usually happens, the food in the foil paper is a direct result of all kind of other things except the chef. As a matter of fact, there's not even a chef. There's a person that owns the place.
Yeah, he just know how to cook.
He got the secret seasonings, and he know the direct proportions that nobody could ever know, and it's just what it is.
You see,
You know who is the
part
perfect
of why
example of that?
I don't. Oh yeah.
Uncle T.
Yeah, no.
No.
You know the amount of people that don't work in there?
Yeah, but maybe Uncle T is there. Kevin, I think you know what I mean.
Don't tell me pork, man.
No, he too, but.
There's a lot of them.
Sunshine? The Sunshine you're talking about?
What?
Sunshine too.
But Sunshine is an actual
Sunshine is one.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wait,
I'm talking about
restaurant?
like places that you get food from. They're not actual restaurants, but like every time you go there for food, like the food is like 80% consistency, and then somebody that is a chef cooking it. The gas station.
Oh, Squidly?
Yeah, man. Boy, ooh.
See, Squidly. Hey, by the way, Squidly, friend of the show. He tell me to listen to the show all the time.
Oh, thank God, we need some burgers, man. I could do a burger for breakfast.
So Squidly, if you're listening, big up yourself. But the thing about it is, right? But you know who I think is the quintessential example for that, and y'all might not know about this. So let me educate you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody on the live, anybody listening on the radio, who can attest to this,
Okay.
please comment,
Serious.
call, let us know.
You're serious.
Big up the man himself, Gillies.
What about Gillies? I tell you,
Gillies
Yeah.
chicken,
So
right?
where from?
Sorry, but no, Gillies.
So disrespect, man.
When Gillies start to cook the chicken, right? You could be in the traffic to the top of 4th Street.
You're gonna smell it.
You can smell it and you got to reach over.
Yeah, you're gonna smell it. Da.
But who don't know Gillies?
Sorry, Gillies,
Pepper, pepper. Whew.
whatever it was, because I've never tasted
my
sauce
God.
like that again.
Well, you don't eat chicken, so.
Well, I used to. So, I don't know what it can't just be some kind of ketchup. It had to be something. I don't know what it was.
I don't know why we buy, but now you're making me want Gillies.
I've
What are we talking about food so early in the morning, Azim?
because we're hungry, Jade.
Why not?
You're making it worse.
What are we going after here?
No, my belly really so early rumbling. Eh?
Big up your belly one time.
What is this part?
Trying to join the show.
It has. It has. What else going to open, right? Let me get a burger. With
Squid leg, I got on the price of the veggie burger though.
For sure. I don't eat them things, you know.
Yeah.
I just stick to
relate.
one, which is, come on, we ought to be. Cheeseburger with extra sauce.
Wait,
Extra sauce.
no, man, it's
Extra
a
sauce,
bacon.
yeah?
Man, it's a bacon cheeseburger with like extra sauce. And then one time I get some sauce in a cup.
Yeah, but you didn't want to see it, you know. I was disgusted with
Yeah.
Kevin's behavior.
I have some-
Kevin was drinking the sauce like
Like a soup. A small cup of soup.
and I'm like,
a small cup, right? And let me tell you, woo,
bro, I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
The time it hits the top of your tongue, your eyes light up.
Yeah, was
The
it
hair
the same
stands
as
up on the
him?
back of your neck.
You would have seen Squidly give man a cup of soup, how he was drinking the sauce. And this is thick barbecue sauce, eh? I'm like, what is this?
look, enjoy it though.
And
Oh, yeah,
that's one of the secrets of burgers, eh? I like burgers that have barbecue sauce in it, not ketchup.
Mhm.
Big up cheat days one time.
Yeah.
For y'all to be open.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, boy.
Yes.
Look
Cheat
at-
days need to do a veggie
Yes.
burger.
I wonder if there might be, because I think they're opening a new location, so they're expanding their repertoire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, you might be included in there. I'm pretty sure they're going to include you in there. Either a fish or a veggie. You can eat fish yet?
I think December is when I'm supposed to be able to be able
Does
to.
he have a-
Remember, I had a relapse, yeah.
You did?
I had a relapse just from smelling fish.
Oh, yikes.
So right now, me even know if I'm going back down the road, yeah.
Yikes.
That they got me scared.
That's one way to eliminate things out your diet.
Tell you know, that they got me scared by it.
That happened to
wish
me
I
with
was
bananas, you know, bananas and coffee. Like I used to, when I first started my diet, like years ago, which I was like, what could eat that, like, you know, healthy but tastes good. So I was eating a bunch of bananas. I was drinking just black coffee regularly. Boy, my body malfunction, boy. Said, no more this, no more this. Every time I ate a banana, I used to get sick. Every time I drank coffee, I used to get sick. It stopped now because I tested coffee again, but it was rough for a period of time.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you could develop food allergies from eating too much, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
I was hoping that never happened to me with grapes.
yeah, boy, that would be unfortunate, no?
But what I would do with my life?
With what?
Grapes.
Oh, great.
Grapes expensive? Oh my god.
It's ridiculous right now.
Oh my god. I went
One of the friend of the shows was talking to me about my grape addiction, and I explained to her how much money a week. I won't say it on here because I'm ashamed. But how much money I just spend on grapes a week, and yeah, it's shameful.
I went to buy some grapes for Jaden on Friday, right? And I'm like, when did grapes get this expensive, bro? Like, oh my.
I'm starting to wonder if I've single-handedly caused the price of grapes to go up with my high demand.
You ain't gotta do something about that.
Man, I buy.
We may know who we could talk to, but we got to fix that. I try to eat healthy, but I can't afford it. How this gonna work? Is it so? Anyway, maybe
You know what the key
focus.
to eating healthy is, though?
Not eating?
No,
Don't eat.
no. The key to eating healthy is cook.
What do you think? Maybe the things them to cook
Yeah,
as them?
yeah, but what I'm saying is, no, think about it. Cook, that's one. And when you go out to eat, it really ain't that much more expensive to eat like.
No,
like
eating out
fit.
ain't a problem to me.
Yeah,
It's-
eating out, but it's
It's
when you.
when I'm buying the ingredients to cook at home, right?
Mm.
I'm like, how am I gonna keep up this? Because I trying to buy like quinoa and stuff, right? To substitute rice and stuff. A small bag of quinoa is like my whole shopping list.
No, quinoa, I'd have to fly in that.
See, like, what?
Yeah, so like I think
You know-
the markup on them things here just way more ridiculous than the markup on the items that people tend to go for. Cause when I buy quinoa online, I buy a bag of quinoa for like $1.99, and it's like a big
Right.
5-pound bag.
Exactly.
And then you come
Try
here
to buy
and it's
that
like
here.
$45.
I'm like, bro.
You know what I like. A downside of cooking is I hate that I have to, like, you know, you shop for the ingredients, but then there's always like leftover ingredients that you don't really use, and then you have to like toss it because it's spoiled
Nothing.
or you just.
I going
Well,
find
no,
something
you listen,
for
you know,
that.
I
you-
cook it
you
for
make-
my-
you
like,
make sure you
the
drop
thing
it
is
in
though, I
something.
cook in for myself, so it's like if you're cooking for a whole household, and you're more likely to use like all the ingredients. If I'm cooking for myself, I don't want to eat the same food like 7 days in a row.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, so that's what you see. That's
so like I cook small portions, but that's, and then that's why I really like those subscription-based meal things, but I also hate them.
Because it's like in a place where you can get them for cheap. Okay, let us try to do that down here.
I eat healthy.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's probably way cheaper to get it where you are than if we tried that down here. Like that would probably want us.
It depends where you go.
I mean,
it depends where you go.
I mean,
if you go to like a farmer's market, yeah. If you go to like a farmer's market, if you go to like Whole Foods, is a whole different animal. That's a whole different beast.
When last I had a farmer's market here?
I mean every weekend.
Oh. I don't count them as farmers. Well, they are. I just count them as regular. I don't see them. Okay, you know what I mean.
No.
They're kind of like just regular markets, which is actually they're actually called farmers markets, but I don't think we just think about it in that way.
No, but it's Sunday Point have the co-op.
Who made Sunday Point as him?
You asked when last they had them. I'm telling you, they have them every week.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, they had the Independence Night Market the other night.
That one looked to be successful.
Yeah, but the last one to me was had a lot of hype. This one, I don't know if it was as publicized, but people still went out and supported.
Yeah, because I didn't know about it, but apparently a lot of people did.
People look forward to it.
That's good.
Hey, talking about farmers and thing, why the Department of Agriculture down Port Zante now?
Why not?
Like the
Why not, friend?
The highty-tighty arm of the agriculture department down Port Zante now?
Why not? It makes sense. So put it in a place like Port Zante, the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah, the PS answer down there, I think.
Wait, man, even know why you're questioning it. Like, they're clearly making proper choices. So, I don't know what you even...
Okay, all right.
I was jealous because y'all got your mask and y'all be able to make all sorts of faces, and I don't.
Who telling you don't buy a mask?
Exactly.
You're gonna make glasses gonna fog up.
Yeah.
Mine been fogging.
Speaking of masks,
because the only time it doesn't fog for me is like when I wear the disposable ones with the metal bendable nose thing. If I press it good enough, where it don't pass the steam up. But when the cloth one, I have a filter in the cloth one, so when I breathe, it's just like.
Yeah. Speaking of masks, I'm starting to believe that this whole COVID thing is a conspiracy against bearded men.
Speaking of masks, I think that people need to wash them.
Oh, bye.
Okay, I would you, Kevin, but as him, why?
No, main done.
But as him other than me, and I feel like as him one.
Way more important.
Yeah, because like, what do you think? What you think?
No, like look at it like as a bearded man myself, right?
Yes.
As a bearded man myself.
Myself included.
Yes. What has been happening is because of COVID, we've now had to hide the glory of the beards. I think there was some salty man who could not grow a beard, who just got very upset and very jealous of us men who are able to grow glorious manes, and decided, how can I stifle the awesomeness? In some countries and some cultures, it's actually legal to hide the beard. The beard must be on full display at all times.
Really?
Right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so like, I believe now that this is all just part of it, because now you have to question whether it is you want to even grow your beard or not, because it just look weird with the mask. I did see on Amazon some masks for bearded men.
Of course.
And I will not be wasting my money on that. But
why not?
Just a longer mask. It's just literally just a longer mask.
Problem solved. I feel like you're complaining and your problem being solved.
And then what happened is, when you take off the mask, your beard just have this weird, like,
yeah,
and like this line on the here, like under your chin. So
I don't get that part because mine don't.
You don't have the length of beard, but
yeah. I get, because for me my beard is not the fullest. So when I do wear a mask, it like presses it in, which kind of makes it weird. So like the sides get this kind of like pressed, this compression texture, and then under here just get this weird tuck. because
Yeah.
the mask is like tucked
Yep,
under.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I believe this is all a conspiracy to fight against the bearded ones.
Anyway, so back to more pressing matters. Wash your mask.
Okay, look, let me give you a hint too. A pro tip. Watch
You
here.
mean wash it?
Look, as Kevin said, wash your mask. Right? Wash your mask.
My God, is really coming here.
But- No, that's a real thing, you know, Jade. Jade, sometimes this is
No,
something.
maybe the washing mask,
Oh.
you know.
Oh.
I mean, yes. No, because
See, you just, I understand why you're saying that because you can't relate. You're not a
an
bearded
issue for
man.
me.
You're
It's
not a
an
bearded
issue for me,
man.
truthfully.
Oh, you know.
The whole washing mask
don't have a
thing,
beard.
it really is an issue
I don't
for
have
me.
a beard today.
Because I have two mask problems, two major mask problems. One, the masks are dirty. Now, I know a lot of people, let's be completely honest, the disposable mask upkeep could start costing a lot if you wear them as you should, which means you toss them every day after every use.
Mhm.
And, replacing it can get pricey. So, I understand that some people are up for the cloth masks.
Okay,
You wash
man.
for the cloth masks don't mean you wash them once a year.
Kevin, that's not even my biggest problem. My biggest problem is the people who wear the disposable masks like the cloth mask.
Yeah, over
Brother,
and over and over
last
and
week,
over.
last week there was this guy. He came and speaking to me. The poor cloth mask looks like, I thought it was maybe 1 or 2 or 3 layers. It looked like it down to a half layer in the front, but he knows.
Yeah, because
And it's a
people
blue
just
one.
pinch the nose.
Watch-
People
oh my
pinch the
God.
nose to pull them down. So then there's this big brown patch from your dirty fingers that you wasn't washing
Oh,
on the nose part. Then there's like the fibers starting to fray. So then
Oh, you can't even
your blue
pass
mask,
it.
your blue
What am I
mask
talking
now in the nose area of your blue mask is now white because you've removed the first layer from the pulling.
brother, I was so bad. It was so bad. I went to my vehicle and offered the man a mask.
Oh, you got
Like,
extra mask in your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to steal some today. Thanks for telling me.
Wow.
Bring a lot.
crazy.
You might get 2.
But 2 is enough. I just like
But
yours as a
it's-
black.
Yeah, so
it's wash your mask.
I'll change them.
Please.
Oh,
Or change it.
And if
it's
you know
not
you
a
ain't
mask
doing-
that can be washed, change it.
And if you know you ain't doing none of them, at least go up for black.
At least, man.
Do it. If you
And my
don't
thing
do it
is-
for yourself, do it for us. Do it for the rest
My
of
thing
us.
is too, some people just like take
Ridiculous.
off their mask and like put it under the chin like a chin strap, and sometimes they just flip inside out, and you can see all the dried phlegm.
What you
all
be
the-
dealing with, eh? I don't see that.
My second issue with mask wearers,
Oh.
the purpose of the mask is to keep things that come out of your nose and mouth in. Basically, keep it to yourself. I cannot understand for the likes of me why people take their masks off to cough out loud.
Boy.
In
trust
what
me.
world does that make sense?
So they stuck off the mask to cough, to talk, to do all. And I'm like, bro, you're defeating the purpose. You are defeating
mask
the
is-
Watch
purpose.
here. If you were planning
The
to
mask
use
is
your
to
mask
keep
for the
your
next 6
germs
months,
to
you wasn't going to
yourself.
cough in it either. That's
Right.
really what going on. That's really what going on, yeah.
The
That's
mask
really
is
what's going
made
on.
to keep your germs to yourself. It is not. It does less to keep germs away from you than and does more to keep germs away from others. Your germs from others. Do not pull your mask. Do not take. Why are you taking off your mask to cough?
Somebody said, if y'all realize the people who just flip over the mask, the disposable ones, and then how dirty the inside.
That's what Kevin just said.
Oh, really
That's what
that-
make me scream. And the person repeat it again. The person want to hear me scream again, man.
Anyway, enough of this mask debauchery. Moral of the story, please dispose of the disposable mask and wash your cloth mask because y'all defeating the purpose of even having the mask.
I wear mask properly.
Please. Over your nose, not under your chin. Simple. when you we're here with nobody, so it's fine. It's not
The irony. The irony. That left it there. The irony.
Let's go to a break, see?
Yeah.
Because,
We actually have our favorite sergeant in the building.
yes.
So we're gonna go take a break and be right back with Traffic Talk right here on Island T with Media SKN. Not gonna away.
We are facing faced with tough decisions every day, but choosing the right home or motor insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs, and make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I want in all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more. I'm begging all my friends. Be careful on the road. Slow it down, slow it down. Hey, Roger. Watch out for them donkey. Slow it down, man. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, down, down.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Island Tea with your face, Kevin and Adam featuring Jay, Gwenisha Johnson, and it's now time to talk to our friends from the traffic department on this week's episode of Traffic Talk. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning, my friends. Good morning to you all. How are you all doing today?
As good as can be.
Yes,
good as
can't
good.
complain.
Vibesy.
Great. I love to hear that, man. You know
How are
what?
you though? You good now?
I'm doing good. You can't complain.
Weekend went smooth?
Weekend went perfect, yeah.
Okay. That's only he had one of them.
Slow it down.
I had to work.
I said the man had one of them sneaky link picnics by.
It was good. It was good.
Not a sneaky link big clip. I'm screaming.
Yeah, good morning to everyone out there in Radio Land. Good morning. And I want to say good morning to King Hollywood in Nevis. He's the
Composer.
the writer, the singer of our theme song, Slow It Down. And I want to congratulate him for winning the Nevis competition, the Calypso competition over there in Nevis. So I want to...
Making history?
Yeah. I think he's the first person to ever win
Twice,
back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank him and congratulate him. And he is a part of our Traffic Talk family. So good morning, King Hollywood. And also I want to give thanks to our sponsor to this program, Caribbean Alliance, Delil Walwyn Insurance. I want to say good morning to all those good folks over there at Delil Walwyn, Caribbean Alliance Insurance. So we want to thank you for being our sponsor, our loan sponsor that is, for this Traffic Talk program, which is aired every Monday morning right here on Win FM at 8:30 a.m. I want to just briefly run through some. I want to give everyone out there a reminder, as I was just reminded, that persons, owners, and drivers of vehicles ending with the digit 9. This is the month of September, and September is fast closing, coming to an end. I think Thursday is the last day, the 30th.
Just now.
Yep.
So you want to make sure that your vehicle is licensed. First, it has to be insured. You make sure that your insurance policy is
Up to
is
date.
valid and up to date, and have your vehicle inspected and licensed. So we don't want you to wait until the last rush hour for you to go, and chances are you might not get through, and you might want to take a chance, and that is when things happen. So please, today is Monday, you have up until Thursday to make sure your vehicle or vehicles are insured. So please be reminded of that. And speaking about vehicles, last week, Wednesday, the department, we went out on a traffic drive on the road. And I must inform you that within this space of about 2 hours, just 2 hours, it could be less, you could imagine about 20 vehicles, drivers were ticketed for having their vehicles heavily tinted.
What?
Imagine that. What this tells us is that people are still not complying with the laws, the traffic laws, that is. People are still driving, having their vehicles heavily tinted. So I want to remind us, I want to remind you, the driving public, if your vehicle are vehicles, if they are too tinted, heavily tinted, that is, you are going to be stopped, you are going to be ticketed, and if your ticket is not paid, you are going to be taken before the court, where you'll be charged a hefty fine. So please, 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 I'm appealing to you to make sure that your vehicles are not too dark, please. Also, I want to just remind us again that I want to just give us a brief reminder as to what it takes, how do one qualify to be a good driver, what it takes for us to be a good driver on our road. And I did some research, and I come up with some simple ways to test ourselves, to make sure that we are good drivers. So one of the first things in being a good driver, you must be a skilled person. In other words, then, you have to be skilled. Before I go into that, let me just give us a prayer. Driving a vehicle is a dream of all of us since being a child, or since childhood. Though we got a chance to do it much late in life, we did somehow learn to be the best at it with time.
Indeed. You want to comment?
But it is said that mistakes are committed by professional drivers. Hence, one always needs to be careful while driving on the road. Here are some of the qualities of a good driver. And what I want you to do is to check to see how many do you have. 1, skilled. One of the most important qualities of a good driver is that he or she should be skilled enough to handle any situation on the road. A good driver should have the skills to control his or her vehicle in every situation. Also, knowledge. Skills are not the only quality that a good driver possesses. He or she should also have proper and complete knowledge about all the necessary rules of the road. A good driver also has knowledge about his or her vehicle. And I go down to self-discipline. it is very easy to advise other people to drive as per rules, but being self-disciplined while driving is one of the best qualities of a good driver. Maybe crossing a red light makes you look cool for some time, but this also puts your life and others in danger while you're on the road. Patience. Whenever you are on the road, it is not a race as to who will get home or to work first, because everyone has a different destination. Hence, being patient is the best and necessary quality of a good driver. Alertness. Not everyone is a good driver like you. There are many people on the road who are not like you. Hence, being a good driver, you must be absolutely alert all the time on the road for the safety of yourself and people like you. Mechanical skills. Well, not like a professional mechanic, but a good driver should know the basic mechanical skills so that when the need arises, he or she can troubleshoot the basic issues of his or her vehicle. Responsible. One of the most important qualities of a good driver is that he or she is responsible. You will not always be traveling alone in the vehicle, hence it is very important to be responsible and take care of the people traveling with you. Enough practice. Practice makes a man or a woman perfect, which is the reason why you should have enough to be a good driver. Also, the more you practice, you will get more used to the situations on the road. Care of your vehicle. Being a good driver also involves taking care of the vehicle one is driving. This means keeping a good check on the timely servicing of the vehicle along with the fuel consumption. And finally, I want to touch on fitness. Fitness is also one of the important qualities of a good driver. If a person is fit to drive, then only he or she is provided a license to drive a vehicle, no matter which vehicle it is. I want to pause there for now. I do trust and hope that you would have listened and observed carefully these 10 simple but important qualities of being a good driver. So I want to thank you for listening in. Yeah.
Well, that's a good advice.
Yeah, I thought of it myself. I think it's very timely.
Yeah, so hopefully listeners pay attention and take heed.
This might cut down on some, if not all, of the accident that we, stupid I must say, simple accident that we encounter on a daily matter. And also, for the past week, I want to just inform you that in the Bastille area, for the past week, we would have just investigated about 6 or thereabout accidents. And I want to commend us.
Oh, 6 ain't bad at all.
That is very commendable. Persons, I want to believe it, you are listening in, you are taking our advice, simple as it may be at some times, but take it as much as you could. And I want to believe that you having this knowledge would help in reducing the amount of accidents that we have on our streets. Not just here in St. Kitts, but also in Nevis.
You know, one of the things that I noticed has been police presence of the traffic department in the mornings at that intersection just above the bridge there, just as you pass Gillards, or when people are coming from the New Road, St. Peter's area.
Yes.
So I think that's very needed
of course.
there in the morning.
Yeah. Because I don't know if if you realize it, the traffic in that area coming from the St. Peter's area has increased drastically over the past years.
Yeah, the one of the fastest growing communities.
Yes,
so,
yes.
yeah.
So we thought of it, and we thought of the assistance that we should go out and render to the traveling public
For real, yeah.
coming from that area. We have persons coming from the roundabout itself,
Right.
person taking the bypass road, the road just between
Yeah.
there. So sometimes what we realized was that persons weren't given a chance to come.
To come out. So they sometimes it backs all the way back up to the
Yes,
main
yes.
road, yeah.
So we thought of it, and we, with the assistance of the Stapleton police officers,
Okay.
we have officers there on a regular basis. It's mornings more so.
Yeah, I think in the mornings is when it's important.
Yes,
but I
yes.
think the question for me is why isn't it like a daily thing? I think sometimes, well, even like for this morning, like they weren't there, so I don't know if it's like some days.
No, we try our best to be there every morning, but sometimes things happen, and you might find that the officers might have to respond to whatever report. So you might find they might have to just go, and then when they finish, come back and assist. So.
Okay.
As much as possible on a daily basis, we try to be there to assist persons coming out in that area. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons. If you realize the road was newly opened, I think about 3 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe about 2 years, and that was one of the reasons why the good folks at the public works department would have make the road readily and drivable for the public to access. So that was one of the main challenges, our reasons for us reopening that road.
Yeah. Definitely there's a lot to aid in the traffic.
Yeah,
in the area.
As we readily say, that is one of the fastest growing communities here in St. Kitts.
Yeah, hands down. So obviously traffic and all of that would increase as well.
Definitely so.
Well, we have somebody who's actually trying to call in. Caller, good morning. You're live on Traffic Talk. What's up?
Hi, good morning. The officers were there. Maybe they came out a bit late at the same junction you're talking about, there by the bridge.
Yes.
They probably came out a bit late, but they were there this morning. I'm wondering, concerning the traffic lights, is it possible to put walk or do not walk sign there by where the former subway location was?
Where was that? I didn't get that location.
Huh?
I didn't get your location. What location you're speaking of?
Where subway, right in the central service station area, between the gas station and the subway. There's no walk directions there. You know, there are walk signs in every other direction except there. In other words, if you're standing in front of where subway used to be,
Yeah.
and want to go across to the Anglican Church, you should really go, based on how it is, across to Digicel and then go across to in front of the 4th Street junction there, and then come back across. There's no walk sign between subway and the gas station. And I was wondering, why was that? And I see people trying to guess when to cross in that intersection.
Okay,
Right
I see what you're speaking about. But in the meantime, in the interim, if one is trying to reach to the Anglican Church, so you come
Yeah.
up 4th Street, and your intention.
No, you're on Keon Street on this side where subway is.
Yeah.
And you want to cross. This is for walking, you know. This is for pedestrians, not people driving.
So you're speaking of pedestrian crossing running
Yeah.
east and west.
That's correct.
Ah.
There's nothing there, and I see people guessing when to cross. It's really guesswork because the traffic flows pretty, pretty heavily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Anytime
makes,
it can turn, coming from west to east, it can turn up to go up Victoria Road.
correct.
From 4th Street, it can go straight up. And it's really guesswork. There's no sign there that tells people walk or do not walk.
Okay, I see what you're speaking about, Carlos. So it can be looked into to see how best we can remedy
Okay.
rectify that problem.
An observation.
Yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, I want to thank that caller for that observation. It can be looked into. We can look into it and see if any changes, if or what changes can be made as to the suggestion of the caller. Thank you very much, caller.
But Sergeant, we have another call on the line. Caller, good morning. You're live with Traffic Talk.
Good morning. That previous caller
Yes.
highlighted an issue that is so evident here. He started off by telling us near Subway. Everyone would have understood what he was talking about if he had simply said the junction of Kearn Street, 4th Street, and Victoria Road.
Yes.
Anyhow, Mr. Police Officer, with the limited resources that you have, why does the police department in the year 2021 continue this practice that is time immemorial of stopping traffic or creating obstacles to traffic during the peak hours to check whether drivers have valid registrations for their vehicles and sometimes for themselves? And considering that by the way that these stops are employed, it means that people who live within urban Bastia will never find themselves subject to that. Someone who lives in Greenland, someone who lives in Newtown, will never find themselves stopped on their way to work in order for the police to check whether they have driver's licenses and the vehicle's registration up to date. The inconvenience caused, the frustration caused, and just the, I think, poor employment of resources suggests that this habit does not really serve its purpose. It would be so much more efficient if traffic wardens, as they walk about the streets, just looked at vehicles that were parked at the side of the road, and they will find many vehicles in that situation. I listen for your feedback on this, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for our second caller, but I respectfully would want to disagree with the caller. As much as possible, we try to disadvantage persons who are traveling from the rural area into Bastia. We try to limit the time that we would check a vehicle. What used to happen, persons, we have seen it firsthand, we have experienced it, whereby we used to have a long line of traffic and persons would be reaching to work late. Persons going to school would reach to school late. So we strategized and we came up with a plan that as much as possible we would try to let persons go through as much as possible. But yes, we do have to at times stop vehicles, but we try to limit the amount of vehicles that the timing that person will have to be in the line waiting. We try that as much as possible. Also, the caller would have suggested that it maybe persons living in the Greenland area are not subjected to these road checks. Caller, I want to tell you that is not so. On a daily, weekly basis, persons do get checked in Bastia. If you would travel around Bastia, you'll see persons being stopped on the Bay Road, on 4th Street, Central Street, in Bastia area. Persons are ticketed for, one, not having their license with them, driving with expired license, driving with their vehicles not being licensed, no insurance. Persons are arrested. I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but quite often enough. So we do check in the Bastia area as well. It would be foolish of us if we just go out on the road, on the outskirts, and check vehicles, not doing any checks in Bastia city center also. So, caller, respectfully, as I said, I disagree with you on that. So, But I do want to thank you for calling into our program. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are still on a drive. We want to still ask persons to obey. As I started the program by highlighting the amount of tickets were issued to those law breakers, lawless drivers, who still mean that they're going to have their vehicles tinted, trying to test the system. That is the only way I would want to put it. Persons want to test the system, but still having their vehicles heavily tinted. So if you choose to do that, you just have to bear the consequences. Drivers. Yes, it's now time for us to wrap. I want to again thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our program, which is aired every Monday at 8:30 right here on Win FM. And I do look forward to being here with you again next week, just to share with you some simple but important traffic tips to make sure that our roads are safe, not just for the drivers, but also the pedestrians. So please, when you are driving, please look out for those pedestrians as well. So until we meet again, it was nice being here, and I look forward to being here again next week, Monday, same place, same time. Until then, do have a safe and productive. Bye for now.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers.
We are faced with tough decisions every day, but choosing the right home or motor insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs, and make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
It's happening again! By popular demand, we're doing it again! Yep, we're doing it again! Horseman's Furniture and Appliances is once again giving away double cash back for free groceries for the months of September to December. Every customer at the Horseman's Furniture and Appliances showroom in St. Kitts and in Nevis gets double cash back coupons for absolutely free groceries. But it doesn't stop there! Every higher purchase customer will also get a chance to win! Yep, get double cash back for free groceries and a chance to win absolutely free groceries for a year with every $100 spent on higher purchase. By popular demand, we're doing it again. Double cash back for free groceries, plus a chance to win free groceries for a year. Come to Horseman's Furniture and Appliances today and expect low prices, expect great quality, expect free delivery, expect double cash back for free groceries, expect a chance to win free groceries for a year, expect the extraordinary terms and conditions apply.
Good morning and welcome back to Island Tea right here on We Media SKN with your hosts Kevin and Azem featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL Johnson. We are back.
You sound like he was reading a death announcement just now.
We are back.
Yes,
oh boy,
yes, we are.
I have a nice idea for like death announcements, but
I don't.
somebody who really good at like websites and them things, hit me up. I got a business idea.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
No, I just. How would you?
You ever realize how the older you get, the more interested you get in that announcement?
No. Kinda.
What we think about? When are this snitching on the live?
Wow.
Snitching on the live.
At least they said when the policeman was here. I might have go check.
Axe was trying to get me in trouble.
Yeah, no, I see. We are just block him. Don't worry. We're gonna fix that.
But yeah, guys, it's that time again. The time known as tea time. And of course, we start with the COVID-19 situation report.
Yay.
Jade, what are you watching? Jade. Jade, what going on in your life?
What? I got a notification and
then you just went down a rabbit hole?
Yeah.
What app that was?
It's called multitasking, okay? But yes, as in, would you like to give the numbers or should I?
That's why I kicked to you, but then I realized you weren't
sorry.
in a position to do it.
I am. I just, But yes, guys, I was saying it's a Nevis COVID situation report, number
What
5.
kind of report?
COVID situation report, number 540 to narrate. I hate it. It's so thick. But I hope y'all could hear me. So, confirmed cases as of Saturday, 25th September, 11:59 p.m. We have 37 new cases. Again, as of Saturday, 25th September. So, we should expect one for the last 48 hours sometime today. Hopefully.
Hold on.
Well,
So with yeah, so with I just held this. I held it.
Okay.
Held it together. But yeah, with the numbers, to me, looking like it's somewhere between, let's say, 35 and 40 on average.
Bye. 35 and 45.
So that's about like what, 215, 220 cases per week.
Yes.
Okay. No, just trying to figure out what the weekly average looking like.
It is rough. That's what you're looking at.
Proceed.
Total number of cases is now at 1,872. Well on the way to the 2,000 mark. Yikes. Active cases 885. Recovered cases 976.
Tell her I just not active and pass recovered, yeah.
And I shall cry. Number of cases for St. Kitts so far 1,541. Number of cases for Nevis 331. Unfortunately, we had another death, which brings the total to 11.
I thought it was. Oh man.
Yeah.
I thought the other one make it 10.
No, the other one made it 11, unfortunately. So we're here now. We're seeing deaths moving up.
Everything moving up. But again, that's what's to be expected once we not doing things to stop the spread.
Movement, yes.
Yeah, to stop the spread. So
we're not doing things to stop the spread. We're not stopping things to stop the movement. Well, we're not doing things to stop the movement.
That's how you stop the spread. Yeah.
Well.
But I think what's happening though is, and from talking to people, because I think we're at a point now where everybody either knows somebody who has either been in quarantine or isolation. I think we're at that point now where it's touch. It's close to home for everybody.
It is. So
if not in your home.
Yeah, like literally Every time I look, somebody saying, oh, they have to be quarantined. They're positive for a case, people close to me, and it's like, oh my gosh, this could be me.
It's everybody. But what I'm saying is that I think one of the biggest complaints I'm getting now is there seems to be a huge backlog as it pertains to getting the results.
Yes.
That
is a complaint I've seen too.
That's big. A lot of people either taking long for them to either get tested, or if they do get tested, it's taking very long for the results to come back.
Well,
but to be honest, I think that is to be expected.
Mm-hmm. Because, right, somebody was explaining to me, which makes sense. Because the cases are so spread out and it's limited, but like testing
facilities.
Buses, you have to literally go to that person.
Mm-hmm.
And if for instance, let's say these 35 people are spread out around the island, which that means they have to go to 35 different spots.
Yeah, but that's why remember when we were talking about when we were having the discussion about lockdown versus no lockdown, and I was like, yeah, we need to lockdown because what we're seeing now gives us an idea about what this would look like if it gets out of hand. This is when we had the initial cases of community spread. And I was like, we need to build capacity for this type of thing. Like, I'm not saying that we have not, but what I'm saying is it's obvious that we have not been able to build the capacity to deal with the situation, and so you're gonna have.
So it's out of hand?
Just in terms, and we're talking strictly in terms of the testing and the testing process.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be more people hired. I'm not sure who.
I think, but see, that's the thing for me too. I think part of it is that it ain't like you could just say we need somebody to work and they just come work in the lab. Like, I don't think that's how it works. It's a specialist thing. So
not even in the lab alone. I mean, just like to do the testing.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
that's what I'm saying. You can't just hire people to go administer medical tests.
Not only that, like people definitely probably won't be like, yeah, let me sign up to do this and put myself at risk.
Yeah, but again, like even if you wanted to, I don't think they could just like give you like a 3-week course and you go test people for COVID. Like, I don't think that's how it works.
I've seen the tests. They're not hard to do.
That's not the point.
I know. I'm just saying that they're not hard to do.
like people with serious addiction inject themselves all the time. Like, that don't mean they're just good at injecting themselves.
Actually.
No, not really. But what I'm saying is that's where the arms end up look soft. But what I'm saying is like, personally, I wouldn't want somebody who was last week who had no medical experience and like this week administering a medical test to me.
But you know what's funny?
No matter how simple it is.
Yeah, I've heard people complain about how rough hours are compared to
what the test the testers what
the COVID tests compared to other countries that they visited. Hours seem to be like they're really trying to get up your brain.
Yeah, the brain. Yeah,
up there, they're seeing up there. Yeah. But others, like, it's not as far. And I actually watched a batch of tests being done because I was assisting with labeling some tests for CPL. And most people generally, like, when they're going to do the test, they're a little, agitated and stuff because they expect for it to be uncomfortable, very. But then after, they're like, oh, that wasn't too bad. But when they come to the airport, well, they said compared to coming to the airport, it's very terrible. It's very terrible.
Well, I mean, in terms of the ease of the...
Was mine bad?
What?
I'm thinking about if the ones that I did were bad. I don't think they weren't terrible. They weren't comfortable, but they weren't terrible.
I got you. But I mean, compared to like, even in terms of doing the tests and stuff like that, like a lot of my friends like doing them in the US, like they do the drive-through test. So you do it yourself.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So like you just drive through to like Walgreens, they give you the kit.
You swab yourself.
You swab yourself and you give them back, and then they email you with the results. So, I mean, we may need to start.
That means if that's the case, that means then we could just teach somebody how to do it in 3 weeks and as if you could do it yourself out your house.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want.
You prefer to do it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I prefer.
I'm not
whichever
saying that
has-
it's a hard test to administer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't know if the medical profession would just like hire like people and just be like, come
If they're
do tests.
letting y'all doing, if they would let y'all do it yourselves, I feel like that wouldn't be an issue. Because none of y'all who doing it yourselves is medical professionals, the majority.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be an issue.
Yeah,
I
but
think- I
bear in
just
mind that
think-
that don't happen here. either.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if we got to a point where they said administer it yourself, then hiring people to administer it after
Yeah.
teaching them for 2 weeks wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, again, I don't think it's hard.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not hard. I'm just saying
Obviously.
personally, like I don't go like, hey, just hire people and let them do the test.
Yeah.
You know?
I just want us to get to a place where we have enough help so these tests don't have a backlog. People home for 2 weeks wondering what's going on, what to tell their, their employee or the school or the child's school, like, because they're waiting on tests that should take like 2 days. How long they're supposed to take? Not long, but
Yeah, but I
They
mean there must be a
taking-
backlog at the
there literally is.
at the labs.
Because if we're getting 35 tests per day, I mean, if we're getting 35 positive results per day,
You test about 700 people.
I just suppose that I don't even include who you test. I just who positive. So they have to be testing a lot of people daily.
Oh, look, but no, think about it, right? All these like 700. Well, how much we have now? All these cases, right? All of them you have to contact trace for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say each person you just contact tracing like 6 people.
That's 6 or next 6,
You understand how much people they're testing.
and that's 6 got like 12. Then that's
So
12
all
got,
those tests,
50.
all those tests is just a load. It's exponential. The
Yeah.
test must be overwhelming.
I'm
And again, we
pretty sure
can.
it is.
So it's even one thing to get people to go and take the test, but if you still don't have the lab capacity to go through all them tests, it's still a bottleneck. You know where I'm coming from? So that's the thing. Like, yeah, you could train people to do the test and whatever, but it's still gotta go back to a lab to be analyzed.
And it still has to take out, yeah.
So maybe this is a question, guys. The question is maybe are we? And I've been asking this for months. Are we yet at the point where we start using rapid tests? Because I
We're
think
going to trigger that, because
No,
I
but-
try to figure out if this ain't trigger it, like what will, like the
but
fact
my
that we go into this right now, and you have a backlog, and it's difficult for you to get tests done and the results back in a timely manner. Like, what are we waiting
My
for?
thing is, I think the concern initially was the reliability of the tests. I believe that we've now seen that the rapid tests have become a lot more reliable than they were when they initially were introduced.
They went back to the labs. They sorted out
But
some kinks.
it's constant improvement, right? Constant improvement. So, I think maybe at this point, maybe we need to start implementing some of those methods.
I agree.
You know, but people here like travel, come back with their home kits. They're using the home kits, like people using the home kits.
Just to make sure,
You could literally just go on Amazon and buy some home kits if you wanted to.
Yeah, that is true. But speaking of COVID, so did you see it? I did send it to you. So over the weekend, I got this memo in air quotations from TDC, and I noticed that in this memo there was a lot of,
Inconsistencies.
yes, the words that were being used and the way that they've
Yeah.
structured the sentence. I'm
Just
like,
the header. From the time I the header, I said this way. It wasn't even in focus.
Yes, agreed.
whoa. Come on.
It's quite disappointing because my thing is, I'm back.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Because my thing is, the second I saw it, I said, one, this tone is very aggressive. 2, there's a lot of grammatical errors on this.
Yeah.
And 3, why y'all do these things?
Yeah, that was my thing. So
Who
like somebody
had time? Like, what was the proof? Like, my thing is,
Somebody was laid off. Will be
sat
the
there.
prime suspect.
True, but you sat there. You
They have a lot of time,
You
come on.
Lots of time.
created this. I'm so confused that you sat there, you created this, and then you sent it up. Like, what?
and it worked because the
You
mere
ain't have
fact
nothing
that
better.
people
You had no clothes. You had no clothes to wash, no clothes to
no,
iron.
the washing and not Kevin, the home. They have ample time. on
Yeah,
their
but I'm
hands.
home and I have things to do. You ain't got no Netflix shows
They-
to watch.
no.
This is what you choose to run your time
They
on.
can't afford Netflix.
No, what ended
okay?
up happening was that they recognized they needed to make a change and they started learning Photoshop, and this was their first project.
Okay.
And
Makes
indeed,
sense.
they,
What happened was
it went well.
what happened, they didn't intend for it to get out. They sent it to somebody, said, look at what I created. And the person was like, oh, I'm going to spread it around. It's not their
man.
fault.
Listen, that
This
went
was just a
like I
Photoshop.
kept messaging people like, you know this fake, right? Thank you, Azim. Like, you know this isn't a real like press release. At least you can. And when I tell them so, they were the answer me so aggressive.
No, you
no,
can't.
no, like that. No, they were like, it better be. And I'm like, bro, who you vexed with here?
Oh, why would you want it to be?
No, the mad at TDC.
Better be. Oh,
the
okay,
mad
I
at
got you.
TDC.
Okay, I got you.
And I'm like, how are you mad at TDC? They didn't send out this. It's not on their social. You're mad at the wrong. I feel like people just very. The tension's kind of high right now because the every time they spoke about it, they spoke about the fact that the unvaccinated workers aren't allowed to work right now because, you know, the memo. So I feel like a lot of people are upset with that side. So when they saw this memo, they was like,
no, they want things that reinforce their biases and their positions and things. So it's like, you see? Like, no, actually, no, we don't see.
we don't tell her, you know, you can't want a choice and then the business don't have a choice. You know, that's not how it works.
Imagine that.
That's not how it works. Everybody has to, if you all believe in personal choice, then y'all have to believe the business has a choice to
Yeah, and it's fine to not agree with the choice.
Yeah, but you can't.
But you argued for choice.
And they gave choice. They
and
used the choice.
And they chose.
So
Yeah. Because I'm not for it. But
I have to understand. If I
understand the position.
You'd be a hypocrite. If you know that you said they have a choice. But then going to say, well, TDC can't choose that. But you just said they have a choice, so you can't decide what a choice can be.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how choices
Yeah,
work.
but people, you see, the thing is, people don't like when choices don't match their convenience.
Nice.
So
Right.
you have a choice. You can have your own choice, but make sure whatever you choose suits me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we work. That's not.
But
how
I
it
mean,
works,
even so, like,
unfortunately.
even just moving the conversation forward a bit, like, I don't like it.
Nobody likes it.
But I understand the position.
Mm-hmm.
From a business standpoint, like,
Mm-hmm.
I see how that cripples departments.
You see how
It
automotive
literally-
closed down,
it cripples
insurance
departments.
closed down.
Not only that, people weaponizing it. So you have there's somebody in the company that tests positive, and then you have all these unvaccinated people coming and going, you know, she passed by my desk. But she passed by me. I think I have to go home.
I feel like I need to stay
And
home.
because you're unvaccinated, then you have to do the 2 weeks isolation, even if you test negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they expect to be paid. That's the part here. The part about it is some of these people in some of these companies expect to be paid. And then if the company decide, well, no problem, if you're unvaccinated and you have to go home, then we won't pay you. Then that's a whole other like.
And if they also decide that you, as an unvaccinated person, can work if you chose not to get vaccinated for whatever reason, and they then say you have to pay for your tests every 2 weeks, that's another issue because them tests can add up, man.
Yeah, man.
So like, I don't know. It's a ticklish position to be in, honestly.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some natural disasters in and around the Caribbean.
We weren't supposed to get hurricanes yesterday?
No, it was supposed to be tomorrow, Azim.
Okay.
If it's, well, you know.
Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Oh, but wait, we didn't respond to we didn't read the response from TDC.
Oh yeah, we just said
So
that.
yeah. So TDC group of companies have issued a statement saying that there's currently a fake notice being circulated via social media regarding the TDC group of companies, barring unvaccinated customers and staff from conducting business. This company has not issued any such notice, and it is a fake, and they are strongly condemning this malicious propaganda. They are still welcoming all customers to the business outlet. So I'll read what the fake thing said, because it was quite stupid. That was really stupid. Like like how you can create a flyer and you can't even like punctuate. Anyway,
No,
so
just
it
practicing
says,
Photoshop, not grammar.
Yeah,
right.
that go hand
it
in
has
hand, you know.
TDC's logo at the top, and then it says for immediate release. And this is in light of the increase. I'm gonna read it as wrong as it is.
As you
So,
should.
In light of the increased numbers of COVID cases and death in the Federation, comma, next line. Effectively, the 1st of October 2021, comma. Next line, no capital letter. No unvaccinated staff and customers will be allowed in any of our locations on St. Kitts and Nevis. We support mandatory vaccination. Next line, thanks for your valuable contributions over the years. Next line, management.
Yo, I took one look at that and was just like, okay, that's fake. By that time, you guys had already drawn to the same conclusion.
Yeah,
I look back in the chat and I was like, oh yeah, I realized, okay.
Well, see, when this came through, I was occupied. I was busy, so I kind of scanned it and I was like, oh, okay, like not cool. Then I was like, but wait, this is a little aggressive. Then I read it again and I was like, what's up with this grammar? I was like, no.
Gotcha. From the time it opened, the first thing was like, I literally moved my glasses to try and put the logo in focus, and I was like, wait, that fake. Like I didn't even read.
It was so blurry.
So at that point, I knew it was fake. And then by the time I started reading it, I was like, oh, okay, this same.
Listen, I read it. I said, this is all right. Let me go look at TDC page.
The good people.
I said, this is not TDC. This is not for TDC. This fake. Then I went back and read it again, and I was like,
I to go check for nothing, but
I just was like, let me just make sure that they just did, they're sending out grammatically.
The good people at TDC understand English.
No, they could spell, man.
And its usage.
Yeah, they could spell.
The good people at TDC have proper subject-verb agreement.
They do. And then what's
there's a
funny?
marketing team, a team that views and reviews these things to make sure that there's no errors.
They got more one time.
Somebody who just do it in the living room and hit send on WhatsApp.
And then some people in one of the chats that I had forwarded to, they didn't even, they just automatically ran with it. I said, so y'all don't, this is literally what I said. I said, so y'all don't question nothing.
Why would you question it if it's what you want? If it plays into your narrative, then you don't want it to be.
You're right.
Yeah, if it plays into your narrative, it's just like run.
You're right. But I was worried to see how people just saw it and even question none of the errors. And it's great. People no man. They took great to not see them. These people that I know have proper subject knowledge agreement, got subjects with English and all kind of story, could read, could comprehend. And they just was like,
how could they? How could they?
Yeah. So you're just saying, okay, cool. But yes, weather time. We should have like a sorry. I was about to say we should have like a weather intro song. Like when the weather report coming on with them dramatic songs.
Dun 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 dun.
Well. But here's the thing. So it's fake, everyone. So if you see it, don't forward it.
They don't do it, man. It's okay. We don't pass that. They don't do it.
Oh man.
No, but I mean, like, if you get it, don't forward. Like, just stop. Just let it die. Like everything else on WhatsApp, just stop sending it. Because tomorrow is gonna be a dragon. Tomorrow gonna be a dragon in the sky. Like.
I mean, for how hot it be, I believe a dragon up there for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, hey, don't. Let's support local, okay? So let's move on to. Wait, Mickey didn't get to sing Tea Time because I was.
Azim, you sing it?
I sang Tea Time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. Before we continue, Kevin, we have Kevin Wilkin actually sending out birthday greetings to his twin sister Anesta Henry at the Magistrate Court in Nevis. So, Anesta, big up.
His name is Kervin.
What I say, Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, well, Kervin, sorry.
Kervin, yes. Kervin sending.
I got Anesta right, though.
Yeah,
birthday shout-outs. Oh, but wait, Kervin is a twin, so happy birthday to you too, Kervin.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday to you. I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
Happy birthday to both of you guys.
The twin would pick that up.
Kervin,
I'm not right, only a twin would pick that up because I've completely bypassed that.
Aren't you lucky? Well, there we go, birthday shout-outs. Mm-hmm. So, let's do category. Let's start with some local weather. There's a weather song?
I said, make it up one for the line. sorry, but I was dramatic. The mother song to be way too dramatic for me.
Is that how much French horns do you have?
And you got to do the the ending, the dramatic ending. Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, we're going on with the weather. We're going on with Miss Sam. Hot girl
We've
Sam.
been keeping an eye
Sam
on
is a girl?
hurricanes.
I just make her a girl because my friend Sam is a
Somebody.
girl. So,
Them.
But Sam
So
usually short for
Hurricane
something with
Sam
girls.
is now a Category 4 storm, and it is now expected to weaken. This report comes in on September 27th at 6:30 a.m.
amen
So
and
the-
amen.
But you
The
wasn't coming to us
hurricane is
anyway.
not expected to pose a major threat to the islands as it moves west across the Atlantic, forecasters say. Hurricane Sam is a Category 4 storm and described by forecasters as small but ferocious. It was projected to remain a major hurricane for several more days, but it was not expected to have a major impact on land. Packing maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. Sam is one of the strongest hurricanes in a busy 2021. It formed Thursday in the central Atlantic. This thing formed fast, you know?
Okay, so what's
wow?
Okay, go ahead. When you finish, I'll talk about that. Cause that's the thing.
Well,
that's
that's pretty much
concerning to me.
it. Like it's just like it just goes on to like sort of just say that the hurricane is going to be decreasing in strength, and it should be heading north of us, so it should not really be hitting any lands.
Cheers.
So this is the thing that is interesting to me. So I literally went and did some research. 'Cause I remember when we were talking on Friday, we were talking about how this thing wasn't just like a tropical depression,
the tropical
or like a
depression
system,
on Tuesday.
and then it's like
tropical depression on Tuesday for sure. Remember, because we read it.
Then there's a Category 4,
and then it's like a Category 4. So I went and did some research. Like, 'cause I was like, okay, what going on? This is a thing now.
Boy.
And then only to figure out that it's actually, they have an actual term for it. It's like rapid intensification is what they call it, right? But in the last 2 years, there's been 16 storms that have been classified as rapid intensification status. So I'm just like, that is the thing that concerning to me now.
Global warming.
Like the hurricanes ain't just coming. Remember last year was the most active hurricane season on record.
They were pitching off the coast quick,
But
one after the, and actually, right? There's 2 more systems behind
it. Yeah, 2 more coming. And the thing about it for me is just that they're becoming more active. And what will save us a lot of the times here is the fact that they're just saying really that strong when they pass us. You know, it might be like a tropical depression.
I really feel like St. Kitts in a very good position when it comes to hurricanes. Like, I feel like we have a good track record. Lord, let me not board.
We're at the middle of the archipelago. We're actually on the western side of the archipelago when the hurricanes tend to pass on the eastern side.
Yeah, I think something
for the most part. And then
it has to be the position where we are saved majority of the time.
Well, I mean, the truth about it is, whether you look at it that way, that might be true, but the fact is that we have Antigua that is a few miles that way, St. Martin that is a few miles that way, and they've been getting serious damage from some of the hurricanes.
I don't know what it is then, but I just know.
The dragon,
they just blow them off.
The dragon, they blow them away.
Well, continue.
But
welcome to protection.
Continue.
But the thing about it for me is the rapid intensification. Like the fact that these hurricanes are 1 minute like barely a storm, and then the next minute is like Category 5.
Yeah, this one really catch me off.
Is ridiculous. It's been 16 of them since last year.
The reason this one catch me off guard is because I vividly remember us talking about it being a depression. And then I open up an article and I say, what?
Yeah. This Sam, this another hurricane?
This can't be the same, man.
This is Ida? Or like, what is it?
Go fish hurricane this. I weighed up for.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what happened between I and S. How we reached to S?
I don't know. But we're here now. We are literally
oh
here
my
now.
gosh. Remember last year they had to start over the alphabet?
You know what?
No, we didn't move to the Greek. We had to go to the Greek.
Yeah.
That's how many.
Because we run out of letters.
They run out of letters.
Pitching off the coast, boy.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Wait, how many letters in the alphabet? 26 or 24?
26.
Oh.
And then they just had to go Greek. But yeah, we will continue to monitor this. We haven't gotten any NEMA releases saying that we should worry, we should batten down.
Yeah, we're not
That's a
on
good
we're
sign.
not on any hurricane watch or anything
Yeah,
like that.
that's a great sign.
It actually seems as though it won't make direct contact with any land masses.
Thank God.
So yeah, it ain't even just think it's like we don't want no hurricane, people.
At all.
So
And especially since these hurricanes
Grateful.
tend to just shift at last minute, they'll just decide, you know what, let me see what's going
the
on. down here.
hurricane, what going on is that Africa just down there pitching off the hurricane them, and it is like, what we don't realize is that Africa is a spin bowler. And so we think we're safe, and then boom, straight down your wicket, middle stump gone.
The fact that I understand this
Middle stump
is
gone.
amazing. I understood this reference.
But
Look at me.
Jade, you're literally in NCPL.
Bye.
You must understand.
Bye.
Oh boy.
Yes. But I was asking Azim earlier if you felt it. Kevin, I know you didn't feel it.
You feel it?
Because you're not here. But
I
listen.
just DCH still though.
One thing I realize about Caribbean people and earthquakes, right?
They do exactly what they're telling you not to do.
And then they just go on social media. Like you would lay down in your bed, feel all the rumbling, move, hop on your phone and be like, oh, I feel that. Ma'am, you ain't hear the song. You ain't seen none of the...
Jasbo tell her, Jasbo say earthquake will come to the DCH, They're
Nope.
gone on their phone.
They're gone on Twitter. Oh, they're gone on Twitter, go talk about, oh, you feel it? I had an earthquake.
I was fast asleep.
Oh, I was in my kitchen, and I just thought a big truck was like...
A lot of people had that same
Yeah,
thought that
that's
like
how
big truck was passing.
It
Yeah.
literally felt like that as him. It didn't feel like...
I've heard a lot of people say that. For sure.
Yeah, it didn't feel like
Yeah.
things was like, it just felt like a big truck was just rumbling down your road.
It was
You heard
one of
the
them
rumble.
earthquakes where your China start to fall off your cabinet
like
and so.
nothing move,
Right.
nothing him shift a little bit.
So
It
rumble.
just was like, yeah, I heard it too with you. I was like, what? That's a big truck? Okay. And then I'll continue to make my dinner. Then I took up my phone to see what was happening. And all down my timeline, Twitter, WhatsApp, everybody group chats. Oh, you feel the earthquake? And I'm like, why was it earthquake? I thought it was a truck. We have it.
Yeah. But we have somebody on the line. Good morning, caller. Did you think the earthquake was a big truck passing as well? Oh, apparently.
Here's your answer.
Yeah, we have somebody trying to call in. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up? Morning.
You notice that this hurricane that's out in the Atlantic, you notice it turned back east.
Yeah.
A fellow was telling me that he heard it. He heard the reporter saying that it's northeast. So I say, no, it could be northeast. Hurricane does travel from east to west. So I started to tell him, no, you're hearing wrong. But then I come home to check it now and find out that it gone back from where it came from. That's the first time I ever hear a hurricane come from east and go back east.
Yeah, well, usually they'll head east, but not until they head up to the America. So when they reach Florida, they go up the east coast.
Then they'll fade out and go back,
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, this one in the Atlantic, the mid-Atlantic. But you know something? I don't know if you are checking it, I'm checking it from since Teddy. The sun, Teddy was very powerful last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Teddy.
Yeah.
And the sun, the dust that's out there, God bless it. We abuse it because keeping the place hot and them kind of thing. But God do not do things for a purpose. Teddy was a was a 5 in the mid-Atlantic, and he was heading straight for the Leeward Island. But then the sun sent it northwest. He sent it out to sea, and we got to thank God for that. And this year twice, Larry come bad, and the sun, either call it sun, but it send it north again, and this one gone back northeast. So we got thanks for the Sahara dust. We got thank God for it. Because we couldn't take on them there, boy. We can't take on them. You know? Thank you. That's what I call it to say.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
For a good while, right? I was confused because I'm like, sand?
So how
What
does?
sand?"
So how does?
Yeah, I figured it out in the last instance before he said it that he meant the Sahara dust. But yeah, like the Sahara dust plus the heat and all, like we going through a lot down here.
With the asking why it was loud, I tell her the dragon here.
Where the
It wasn't an earthquake, it was just a dragon. The dragon just moving.
Where is he? Earthquakes are usually, you know, quite.
I guess what happened is
Festive.
people think you feel it more than you hear it. But it seems as though the experience for
Yeah.
most people here was that they heard it more than they felt
heard
it.
It wasn't, the shaking wasn't too bad.
Right,
Ba-
so
like,
I think that's
it
what
was shaking. It just sounded like a big grumble.
I tell her it was just the dragon. It was the
She
dragon.
was just making sure outside, everything outside carpet set.
Let me go hornbill.
I see. So,
Yeah, it happening.
well, damn.
Yeah, guys, we can tell.
Yeah,
We'll be right back.
Sorry for the people on the live again.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We ain't gonna talk about nothing